Welcome to Our Avrame Home, where our family is building our very own Trio 120 from the ground up with no prior building experience. My name is Rob from Canadian A Homestead, and today I wanted to talk to you about a few different factors of design that we have already walked through with Avrame in the beginning stages of our build. The first thing that we had to come to terms with was what style of house were we actually going to build. And we chose Avrame not only because it was a kit home that we thought would make it a lot easier for us in building our very first home, but also we fell in love with the design of the A-frame. And so choosing Avrame for us was a really easy decision to make. Despite the fact that Avrame actually does offer a classic series, which is a more standard looking house design, because we fell in love with the A-frame design, we knew that that's what we were going to go with. But we still had to choose which one, because there's three different models to choose from. There's the Solo Plus, the Duo, and the Trio. The Solo Plus is more like a bunkie, or think of like a small little cabin that you might have on your property to rent out as like an Airbnb. We knew that'd be much too small for our family. The Duo is slightly larger than the Solo, but still not quite large enough in our mind for a full-size family home. And so the Trio is a full-size 2-story house, and there's no load-bearing walls in that house, which is excellent because it allows you to customize the floor plan however you want to fit all of your family's needs. In choosing the Trio series, we also got to choose how long that house was going to be, and so we chose to do the Trio 120. On their website, the longest one that they offer is the 150 model. However, you can also add additional trusses to your design as you're going. And so we settled on the 120. We thought that that would fit our family of 4. And as we continue to dream about the future, who knows how large our family might end up being. And so we wanted to make sure that we had room to grow in this house, and it fit our budget, staying at the 120 mark. The second stage of design that I want to talk about has to do with the actual design of the floor plan of the home. Now you might be thinking to yourself, oh, you went with a kit house, it's all pre-designed and decided for you. Not with Avrame. With Avrame, you can customize the layout of the house with their designers as often as you want. And so in the beginning stages of our build, once we had committed to them and paid a deposit, it was go time. And so we went back and forth with the designers. We started with one of their basic templates, and then we moved it all around. Started with 2 bedrooms on the main level. We turned it to 3. It was supposed to be just 1.5 bath. We added a second full bathroom upstairs. Upstairs has another great room, like a office, spare bedroom, whatever it's going to be. We moved where the kitchen was, and a few other things that we did as well. The third stage of design that we've gone through with Avrame had to do with actually choosing the foundation type that our house would be built on. With Avrame's standard designs, they recommend doing 3 strip footings. Think like just a basement wall, like a foundation wall, that you would then build a deck on, and then the house gets put on top of that. This would allow you to have like a crawl space if you wanted. In our situation, however, in Northern Ontario, we knew that a really efficient way of heating would be to use in-floor heating, and we wanted to do that on concrete. And so rather than do the strip footings, we asked them if we could do a concrete slab, and their designers and their engineers helped us to design that and make sure that it would be compatible with the building code here in Northern Ontario. Another option that we could have considered when it came to the foundation was to actually do a full basement. The main reason why we didn't do a full basement, because you can do radiant heating in a basement as well. The reason why we didn't is because where we live here, we are on the Canadian Shield. It's all granite bedrock, and so for us to dig in a basement would have required probably explosives, which we didn't want to mess with. And so a basement really wasn't an option for us, but it was something that we did consider for a little while. And then once we started to excavate, we knew that a basement would not happen. So of course, we're gonna have lots of other design choices to make as the house is actually being built. But for right now, with like the main structural stuff, those designs have already been made. And the last thing that we kind of had to figure out was, once we had the area of our land cleared out, where was the house actually gonna sit and which direction was it going to face? There was a few different things that we had to figure out, and we actually have a longer video about that on our Canadian A Homestead channel. But some different things we had to figure out was like, are we gonna have enough room for the driveway on the one side of the house? When we think about our septic system, are we gonna have enough room for that to actually be located? So we made sure that we had a good area that would fit our whole septic system and do so properly. We also had to make sure that from our septic system, Our well would be far enough away because you can't have those things too close together, otherwise your well water might be contaminated. We also had to think about where were our solar panels going to be, where was our heat more going to go, that's the outdoor wood boiler. We also had to think about where's our solar shed going to go. And so Katie and I, we actually spent a lot of time in the cleared land, walking around with a measuring tape and a string line and spray paint to mark up all the stuff to choose where was our house actually going to be set. So those are some things that you might also have to consider if you're about to embark on a build of your own. But for us, we took all that information, we took the layout of where the house is going to be, the driveway, the septic, the well, the solar, all those different things, and we being Katie, compiled that into a top-down map that we actually submitted as part of our building application to our township. And by doing it ourselves, we saved around $500, I think it was in the end. Well, there you have it. 4 elements of design that we have walked through over the last few months. If you have any questions about these, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Until next time.